Hey guys, welcome back. We're outside! If you're new here, hi, my name is Marsha and I'm the Black Thumb Gardener and I live in Ontario, Canada, USDA Zone 5B, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe, and if you're returning, welcome back and thank you so much for supporting my channel. Now let's get started. Seed starting season is officially underway, and now that we started our onions and celery in the last video, the 2026 indoor season is officially picking up speed. But even though my grow room looks like it has plenty of room right now, I'm officially looking ahead to the March crunch. I know that in just a few weeks, every inch of this indoor space is going to be high value real estate for my peppers and my tomatoes. To keep things manageable, I'm being proactive today and splitting my seed starting into two different categories. The first category are the crops that get to stay under the lights, and the second category are the hardy varieties that get to go outside for a hybrid winter sowing strategy. So why am I moving these outside in January instead of keeping them indoors in the warmth? The first reason is resilience. Winter sown seeds are naturally hardened off. They grow compact and are more sturdier because they're not dealing with the static environment of a grow room. Secondly, it's the ultimate low budget hack. If you're looking to scale up your garden without scaling up your spending, then this is definitely the method for you. Nature does all the work and provides the light and the temperature all for free. No electricity bills, no fancy LED upgrades, just the snow and the sun doing all of the heavy lifting. A question I get a lot is, when is it too late to start? And to be honest, you can start anywhere from December to February, especially for those seeds that need a period of cold stratification. Seeds that need cold stratification ideally need to be outside between 4 to 8 weeks before the spring starts to thaw. Now, I highly recommend you check the back of your seed packet because sometimes the seed company does the hard work for you and the seeds have already been cold stratified and you can start them indoors. Ideally, you want to get them outdoors when the temperatures are hovering under 10 degrees Celsius, and think about what you would do if you were indoors and you had to cold stratify plants. You would put them in the refrigerator, and that's kind of the temperature you should be thinking about. A perfect example are these spring bulbs I didn't get a chance to plant that are cold stratifying in my refrigerator. But if the seeds you're starting don't need a cold snap like some of the annuals I started today, then you technically have until April to get your winter sowing done. The best part about this method is that you don't need fancy trays. Now, I'm rating my recycling bin in my garage for anything that is clear and has a lid. I'm using this empty vinegar jug, a juice bottle, this Parmesan cheese container. As long as light can get in and you can poke drainage holes in the bottom, it's a greenhouse. This year I'm dedicating my winter sowing to my cold hardy flowers. These are workhorses of the early spring garden. I'm starting off with stock and I'm growing the buttercream and apricot varieties from Florette, and you can get them in singles or doubles, but I believe these are doubles because of their fluffy blooms. Now, I grew apricot last year in a container and I just love seeing the blooms in early spring, and if you want to get the most out of this flower, you can even plant it in late fall. Now, historically, I've grown these flowers indoors and they are a great beginner plant to start from seed, but I figured it makes more sense to keep these outside. Now, these flowers are also edible, so if you also want something spicy to add to your salads, this is a great pick and the smell is incredible. Next, we're moving on to snapdragons. Now, this one is a rainbow mix from West Coast Seeds, and I've been growing from the same seed packet for a few years now. But if you're deciding to grow them indoors, you really should get started now because this one takes a long time to grow. Now, I've read that growing them outdoors leads to shorter, thicker, stockier stems, which is perfect for me. Now, if I was growing these for cutting to add to bouquets, then I would keep them indoors and pinch them to get more blooms. Now, the last one on the list is Columbine, and these seeds were picked from my best friend's yard. Actually, she had no idea what these were, and I guess they self-sowed from her neighbor's yard. Now, unlike the other hardy annuals we started today, this one needs to be cold stratified, so I'm getting started now for spring blooms. To recap the setup, I cut my jugs in half and leave a small hinge and poke holes at the bottom for drainage. Then I'll add at least 3 to 4 inches of potting mix for the roots to spread. Then I'll tape the seam and leave the cap off so that the opening acts like a chimney to let the rain and snow in to water your seedlings. Time for placement. Now, my backyard garden gets a ton of sun because it's south facing. So I'm huddling these jugs together to help buffer them from any major temperature swings and also to protect them from any strong winds. Thanks to the cap-off venting method, they'll get all the light they need without turning into a sauna on sunny days. Now, we let nature take over. If you're tired of a cluttered grow room and want stronger plants this spring, then give this a try. It's the ultimate way to claim your indoor space. So I'll be checking back on these in a few weeks to show you the first signs of life. And if you're wondering where all of the snow is, this is the day after. Guys, there is so much snow here that the containers are officially well protected and buried. I think today we're getting at least 2 feet of snow, if not more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.